Alrighty, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the next Casual to Competitive. I think this is episode 5, where we're going to be talking about piece control. This is going to be kind of like the beginner, the basic version of piece control, and the next one will be intermediate, and the next one will be advanced. So if you already know how to piece control, you can watch all this all the way through, just to make sure you didn't miss anything when you were originally learning how to piece control. But for people who don't know what piece control is, basically, it's, let's say my opponent's in this metal box and he's set up like this. You would look at this and you would say, okay, I can identify right now that he doesn't have a centerpiece, he doesn't have a right wall, and he doesn't have a cone on top. So what you would want to do is control those pieces around his box and then use that to your advantage to maybe get a kill. So maybe I'm boxed up here and I'm fighting and he opens up to do an edit. I stare him off and then I block him like this, and maybe I run out to the side, do right hand peek and re-peek it, something along the lines of that. Maybe I see him place this stair in here, looks like he's gonna go up, I jump up, place this cone, he edits the floor like this, I edit and I pump him. All it is using kind of your own pieces to create a situation where you can catch your opponent off guard. That's really what piece control is. So what you have to start doing is actually building the muscle memory to kind of react and be able to recognize situations where your enemies are in, where you can capitalize on that by claiming pieces. So that's what all of this is. Now we're gonna only really look at the basic piece control over here. This will be the next video, and then I'm not sure about piece control tunnels. But basically all this is drills that are somewhat common in real game scenarios that allow you to kind of start building a pattern, start being able to recognize when you're in game and when you could potentially box somebody, piece control them, and how you should re-peek it to make sure you get the best shot off, the best angle, make sure you don't take as much damage. So basically what I would recommend is doing this every single day, and maybe going for 10 to 15 reps each one. They go by pretty quickly, especially once you get a hang of it. But here's number 1, and it counts your reps. I have 0 right now because I was just kind of trying to see what it is. So here's the first one. We can see our opponent right here is on this stair. So the first thing you're going to want to do is kind of build your way over there. Because if this was a real game, you want to make sure you're not just fucking busting ass in the open, so he can grab the pieces on you, and then, you know, now he's piecing you up, rather than the other way around. I'm gonna grab my cones here, go to the side like this. This wall is important, but you all have to be quick because you have to take this wall and place the cone right on top right here to stop him from going up. Because in this situation now, he's trying to go up like this. So you have to claim his side wall before he goes up, and then also claim his roof all at the same time. So you have to be super quick. That's why getting really good at editing is really important. Because you have to be able to go boom, grab this, grab your back walls, and then repeat. Now we're going from the other side, so we'll go like this again. Grab my back walls, and then re-peek. Now if you notice there, when I grabbed the cone on top, I grabbed it like this and then I went into protection. This is a really good way to do it because you can just, oh, what's my gun glitched? You can go like this, go into protection, and then re-peek it. So I would have went boom, grabbed my back walls, and then re-peek. If you want to do it slowly, that's fine. So you just, look, I'm going here. My bind's already on my cone bind. I grab the back walls. I don't even need to really jump. I can even go do it from here, and then I re-peek. Now make sure you switch up how you're actually doing this. Maybe I go from a window instead and then repeat. Over here, let's go from a window again. Window is definitely the safest route because I can grab all these pieces from behind this stair. Maybe I reset this and go for a different peek. Or maybe I don't even go that way and I go from here, grab all the pieces, and then reset in the edit, and then shoot. Either way, just do this a few times until you get really used to it, and then you'll be good to go. So 2, this one's kind of like a free build. You kind of have tons of options what you can do. You can come up here, do a triple edit, place your builds in here, edit the stair, go into protection, and re-peek it. You could go off to the side here, do the side jump that I was talking about in the last video. Again, I'm editing the stair, getting into protection behind this, and then re-peeking. So this was the edit, or the side jump I was talking about. God, I haven't even warmed up yet. I'm cold as shit. You land on top of the ramp, and then you shoot or whatever. You can go off to the side over here, maybe do... Damn, I'm horrible. Either way, you want to avoid what I just did actually the last 2 reps, which was kind of, even this rep right here, is finishing my shots with a bad peek. The only way you can really do an open edit like that is when your opponent doesn't really expect it. So sometimes when I'm cracked and I'm really low, this kind of getting off track into some fight in theory. When I'm really low, they want to be super aggressive and push into my box. So what I want to do is back them up. So if he's pushing my box like this, I might do a stupid edit like that. Because if he pre-fires that, I'm dead. If he pre-fires it, I'm dead. So I'm trying to catch him from fucking surprise. Edit this, shoot, and reset really quickly. But anyway, this is whatever you want to do. Oh, there we go. Now I probably got it back up. Kind of like a free build one, but do it, you know, 15 times. Switch it up each time. Make sure you're finishing with a right hand peek, and make sure you're kind of doing different ways to get there. So this one I think simulates kind of a situation where your opponent runs through this wall right here. So again, we're gonna grab our pieces. We're gonna full box like this, get into protection, repeat. Then we want to quickly get over here and do the same thing on this side, and then repeat. Because what this is a real game situation. This will happen where you take this guy's wall, you grab the pieces behind him, and then he dips out to the side. And when that happens, you have to be quick enough to, first off, react to it, or even predict it, maybe. Maybe you see this, and you already see him running off to the side before you even shoot him, and then you place this wall over here, and then full box him there. Well, watch this. Watch what I'm doing with the full box. I'm grab my cones, and I'm getting the back walls, and I'm going straight to the side. This is what you kind of have to do and get ready for. You have to practice where exactly on the build-in axis you have to look with your crosshair to grab all the pieces extremely fast. And this is where, you know, practicing your builds, practicing your edits, practicing your movement, practicing kind of your everything kind of combines together to make you really good at piece control. So here's another little tip with piece control. If your opponent's looking at you, because right now he's looking at me, it's kind of risky to place a cone in his box, because what that does, if I place a cone, is that all it does is move him up a little bit. So if I was to go for this edit, he can just shoot me in the face. Of course, this guy has stormtrooper aim, so he's going to miss every shot. But if I place the stair, so let me just kill him and use the next guy as an example. If I run out here and I place a stair, I now have an edit between them. And his play is he's going to either try to run out of the box, and that's where you can start, you know, if I hadn't built here yet and I place a stair in this box like this, he might try to run over here, and that's where I full box it and shoot him. Or he's going to try to fight you. And so he might stay in the box and predict your edit. If you do a wide open edit like this, he's going to pump you in the face, switch to his SMG, and you're dead. So you want to make sure that if this is the wall edit you're going to keep, you make a safe edit that exposes him and puts yourself in a good position. So something like this is good, where you're not actually even using the right hand peek from the wall or even the stair. You're using the right hand peek from this right here. This is something that I do a lot, and it's a really safe thing to do as well. Because let's say I shoot him, I miss, and he's running at me, I can just back up, reset this, and go for a different edit here, like that. So it's really a good and safe thing to start practicing, is kind of also piece controlling and making your angles from 1 or 2 boxes away. So now we're going into number 4. This one's kind of like your opponent's kind of down a bit, so another little pre-building one where you can kind of practice your edit courses or whatever. Now you do want to kind of practice with the emphasis on right hand peeks. So with this one, it's kind of a hard right hand peek because I kind of fucked myself with that stair there. Maybe I'll reset this way and then peek like that. Either way, we're just going to practice. Maybe I'm going from above now, shoot. Kind of, you know, this drill is your choice. This is a good right hand peek in the box when he's like this. You jump up like that and shoot him. Usually you hit your head on the ceiling, so I'll kind of show it here. When he's under the ramp on the right side, you can flip like this, and you can jump like that. Or you can go higher up and do a little hop and hit him. Now, if he's on the other side, you can switch the other way, but it does give him more option to shoot you right here. But you could go like this and shoot him as well. Let's go to number 5. Again, looks like another more with ones. You kind of get the choice. You get to kind of pick how you want to actually go along with it. So you can do these. You don't need to edit as much as I do or build as much as I do, but just get kind of used to boxing an opponent and then finding a way to repeat it safely. Maybe I'm going to go up here instead. And then shoot. Whatever you want to do, it's all right. You just free build and then shoot. So number 6 here looks like one that might be more realistic. Your opponent's all the way up there. We're gonna go off to the side. We're gonna land the side up like this. We're gonna cone them. Oh, this one's a bad one. Let's go back and do that one over again. So with this one, we could land. I don't know if we'd want to actually land on the ramp because that's open there. And in this case, we can't put a wall up, which I wish we could. It might be better to jump out to the side, land that, then go for the full box, and then shoot. Let me see if I can actually fucking do it. Yeah, land it, cone, and shoot. You can even, if you're quick enough, jump out, get the cone first as well when you jump off. Well, get the walls and then go back like that. There we go. I got it once I started fucking thinking about it. So there's another little tip that helps me a lot. So I have ADHD. I do take Adderall for it, but you know, oh, Adderall, I'm fucking meta up. It's not like that because I need the fucking Adderall to focus. But basically what I like to do to actually help myself to focus is to actually think about the edits I'm going to be doing. So a lot of people are able just to do it without really thinking. They're like, okay, I'm gonna go for a triple edit, blah, 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 and do an edit course. I have to actually physically think, okay, I'm gonna edit 4 here, I'm gonna place a ramp, I'm gonna do a double edit, I'm gonna place the wall, I'm gonna drop down like that and do this. I have to imagine it in my head first, and then that way it makes it almost like, it's hard to explain. It's like I don't mess up because I'm already thinking about it, I'm already focused on doing it. So try that if you're having trouble with the timing and the edits and everything like that. It might help you, it might not. But there will be videos down the line talking about how to improve your editing, your crosshair placement, how to combo edits, how to get more edit efficiency, maps to help you out and stuff like that. This is just kind of like the basic rundown of everything. So here we have another scenario. Our opponent's under the ramp rather than on top of it. So this one is where you would want to grab the walls, edit out the side, reset in the edit, and shoot. Now he's on top. We're gonna do the same thing. Do some whatever edit we want to do and shoot. Usually you want to try to avoid the 4 edits like I just did because it does give them an angle to shoot from, and if your opponent's good like this, they can actually shoot through this. But you can as well if you want to catch them from surprise. And then the final one looks like this. So this one, our opponent I think spawns a little bit below us, so we're gonna drop down and shoot him. Now, obviously, I know that if this is you, you wouldn't be able to be editing this much. But even if you just do it slowly, like actually, you're learning how to edit, and you're practicing grabbing all these pieces, it'll just make you so good so fast. In this scenario, what type of edit I'll do, maybe I'll flip it back and phase it like this. Give you guys some little advanced tidbits. Maybe I'll go off to the side here, reset in the edit, and repeat. Just go slow if you have to, that's fine. If you, instead of doing 15, you want to do 10 of these and you want to do it extremely slowly, like this is an option too. You do it slowly and you try to not mess up at all. You try to make 0 mistakes, and that means you fucking slow that shit down. You pretend your mouse settings on, you're like 1 DP high and 1 fucking horizontal, or there's normal sensitivity in here. You slow that shit down and you try to really focus and not make any mistakes, and maybe do these 5 times each. Like that's fine as well. If you really want to strip back all of your editing mechanics and buildings and start from a solid ground with the knowledge you have already, that's an option. You can do that, or you can even do it if you're a beginner. So it's completely up to you. But this is episode 5 and just covers kind of basic piece control, some tips and tricks. Make sure to watch number 6, which will be some intermediate piece control, and then number 7, which would be a kind of advanced level piece control and ways to practice that. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know if there's any topics you want to see in the future. I'll make sure to add them to my fucking list of videos because I have a shit ton of them. By the way, this doesn't mean the normal videos will stop. I'm going to start another series called Master the Meta, and that's going to be focused on tips and tricks that are really relevant to the current meta. Obviously, this season's about to end. I mean, the next season starts like the 2nd or the 3rd or the 4th, one of those days. So once that starts, I'm going to be scouring the internet looking for any meta tips that will help competitive players and then upload a video on that. So make sure to stay tuned for that series, and I'll still kind of be doing my POI analysis videos. I won't make them as in-depth as I've been trying to, but I'll still kind of do like the Fortnite.gg, a drop map, maybe some VOD review, something along the lines of that. But I find they don't really hit as well, and you guys don't really like them, or maybe you used to, but not anymore. But we'll see, depending on how much time I have and everything like that. So hopefully, you know, you guys are excited for my videos that are coming up. Also, I do stream on Twitch. I mean, I know there's probably like no one here now because it's the end of the video, but I do stream on Twitch. I mostly stream Overwatch lately because I've been fucking violated on it. So if you do like Overwatch, come stop by, or, you know, on the off time, I'm playing Arena, or I'm playing Realistics, and I'm just fucking baked as shit running it up. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Have a good one.